Good evening, Lagos. Welcome to Sport Cruise live on mainland 98.3 FM. My name is Olajide Olatunji Olaniyi, otherwise known as Triple O. And of course, it is another time to talk sports on radio. And of course, right here on the sound of Lagos. Talking about mainland 98.3 FM. Big games to watch out for later tonight. Yes, so there will be Premier League actions later tonight. But the big one to watch out for in the English Premier League is the one between Chelsea and Liverpool. That one will happen tonight by 8 p.m. at Stamford Bridge. And there's a little matter, or should I not say a little matter, because it's also a big game out there in Italy. Yes, it is Juventus against Inter Milan. And there's so much. The search for the new Chelsea manager continues as Bruno Salto takes charge of the Chelsea team against Liverpool tonight. Also, we hear that a defender, yes, the left back at Manchester United, I'm talking about no other person than Luke Shaw, has extended his contract until 2027, and so much more happening in the world of sport. So we'll talk about that. One man has also been punished for his crime against Manchester United. I'm talking about Fulham the striker Alexander Mitrovic. Yes, Alexander Mitrovic for shoving off Chris Kavanagh in the FA Cup match, which they lost to Manchester United a couple of days ago. So finally he's been issued his punishment. 8 games ban. Yes, 8-match ban has been issued to him. So that and many more we'll talk on the show today. And congratulations to those that played the possible outcome from Ponta's Corner last night. I told you since 2012 the Everton did not win a Premier League game at home. That's at the Goodison Park against Tottenham Football Club, and yesterday they did not win. I told you, as part of the possible outcomes, a straight draw was part of it, which came at 3.62 or so odds right there, which is more than a double of your money, more than triple of your money, I should say, almost quadruple of what you put on that. So if you are one of those that actually stake on that game, a straight draw between Everton and Tottenham Hotspur yesterday, well, congratulations to you. One man is feeling sorry for himself because Tunde Young, when they help and they play the games no day, so he's feeling sorry for himself because 10,000 naira he'd have given you almost 40,000 naira as we speak right now. Maybe 1,000 naira, almost 4,000 naira, 100 naira, almost 400 naira, and maybe 100,000 naira, almost about 400,000 naira. So, okay. How do you feel? You're missing out on that one from yesterday.
I don't feel anything. It's not, my own is when the spirit leads. So I'm not even feeling anything. But you said 100,000 to do possible 400,000. Where do I want to see 100,000?
Okay. There's something 12 with you right
There's
now.
Nothing like that anywhere.
Okay, there's something 12 with you.
It's IOU.
something XR happened.
Triple.
Okay, no get food. Within how many days?
I'm passing the road. I'm passing home. Everybody knows there.
Within how many days? Okay.
Triple, the road I'm passing home, everybody knows there. And this thing is a liar purchase. The collateral I dropped is very vital and important. Let me get them in peace today. But I think the beautiful part is that we don't encourage betting, but then if you're above the 18
you don't encourage
underage betting.
No,
you put your money where your mouth is. I've always been an apostle of the fact that whatever it is that requires your sweats, it's as long as they're not making someone else cry. Even Victor Osimhen, before the game against Guinea, the 1-0 defeat in Abuja, he granted an interview and he said one of the things that propels him to always want to score is the fact that he knows that somebody somewhere is taking on him to score. So he said he knows that each time he scores, he's putting smile on Nigerian youth's faces. I'm not deep into this thing, but I think congratulations for the people that got their job done. A lot to be talked about on the show today. Big games in the Premier League today, and I'm really looking forward to it. Chelsea, Liverpool, Brighton,
even in the Coppa Italia,
the Coppa Italia, exactly.
Juventus against Inter Milan.
Big games to look out for tonight. It's going to be an explosive night.
As we speak right now, Frankfurt, they are frankly beating Union Berlin by 2-0 in the DFB Pokal. Right there, it's 2-0, 50 minutes of play in that one, and by 7:45, I should say, Bayern Munich will be in action against Freiburg. So I'll probably mention some Premier League games that will be happening tonight. Yes, Brighton against Bournemouth will be happening by 7:45. Same with Leeds United against Nottingham Forest, while Aston Villa I will be away at the King Power Stadium against a managerless Leicester City. That game, when I was doing one thing, I was trying to put one thing on the other, and I looked at the game. What is the best possible outcome that I can get from this game? I looked at Leicester City, looked at the records, the history, and it's just this fixture is neither here nor there. Today, it is Leicester winning. Tomorrow, it is Aston Villa winning. Next tomorrow, it is a draw. So there's so much inconsistency. So I don't just want to I just had to, excuse that game. But one thing that looks so certain that will happen tonight is Brighton away win against Bournemouth. But we never enter Pontas Corner. When we enter Pontas Corner, we'll give you all of this. And yes, today we'll be giving you a exact or just a possible outcomes, just like yesterday. And the big focus will be the game between Chelsea and Liverpool, which will be happening tonight. And trust us, we separated emotions aside. I had to speak to Tunde Young on this one. Wait, emotions, they do me one kind. But today I had to come out with something different from what I had in mind. Which, if I talk and say, well, God will say no, it's because and I've actually put my money on that one. But we've got one that is unbiased for you, so that business. You don't mix business with pleasure or with sentiment. If you do it,
if you derive your pleasure from your business, you can let it mix. But if you don't derive your pleasure from your business, don't mix it.
Okay, I get what you mean now.
Some people,
I hear
remember that building that collapsed that time. Those people there, they are deriving their pleasure from their business, so they are mixing it together.
I'm even getting a different tone from what you just said. I remember one thing somebody said, KODE, a couple of months ago, KODE, but. Let's just move on.
Well done, business mixer.
I feel like dragging people.
No,
but
don't.
Let me know.
Don't bring out the generator.
I should not drag.
Don't.
They're gonna be like, say, Liverpool will go trash Chelsea again tomorrow.
They can't wait for you.
They can't wait for me because they drag me. Well, we've got a commercial
Premium
break.
dragging.
We've got a commercial break locking right now, so we have to go for this commercial break. When we come back, yes, we'll talk about all that we've got for you this evening on Sport Cruise, and of course, so much stories happening. Yes, so much things has happened in the last few hours in the world of sport, and big game preview, the Chelsea against Liverpool game, and also Inter away at Juventus in the Coppa Italia is another big game to watch out for tonight. So don't go anywhere. It's still Sport Cruise. It is live and it is on Mainland 98.3 FM.
Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
Oh boy, how far with your admissions this year?
My brother, I have not been admitted.
What's the problem? Which course you even choose?
Now, broadcast journalism and multimedia technology. Now, Pico.
Those are exactly my courses, and I'm already admitted.
Now, lie. For which institution be that?
The Broadcast Art Institute.
Oh, yeah, more they go.
The Broadcast Arts Institute is accredited by the National Board for Technical Education to train and award the National Diploma in Broadcast Journalism and Multimedia Technology. If you scored 100 and above at the UTME exams and have 5 credits in your O-level results, including English, Literature, and a pass in Mathematics, you can now change your school to the Broadcast Arts Institute to kickstart your career. Part-time programs and short courses are also available. Contact us at number 38 Odofi Street, Igbogbo, Ikorodu, Lagos, or you can call 0806 149 9992 or 091 2379 9071. Visit our website on www.bai.sch.ng.
You're listening to Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, on Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos.
Hello there, your number one sports show on radio, Sports Cruise, from 6 to 7 p.m. every weekday, only on 98.3 Mainland FM. Sports Cruise, 6 p.m. weekdays on 98.3 Mainland FM. The cruise never stops.
Give me freedom, give me fire, give me reason.
Yes, welcome back to Sport Cruise live on mainland 98.3 FM. My name remains Triple O. Opeyemi Akinode is also very much in the building. And yes, talking about games that will happen today, we gave you that one before we went into that commercial break. Talking about Chelsea against Liverpool is the big one that will be happening in the Premier League later this evening by 8 p.m. And of course, another big game that will be happening tonight in the Coppa Italia by same time. Talking about 8 p.m. is one between Juventus against Inter Milan. But away from all of that, let's quickly get into the top stories from today. And please, yes, we are streaming live on Facebook and also on YouTube. So you can go to Facebook, just go search for Mainland 98.3 FM. You can join us right there. We are streaming live. You can drop your comments. You can also drop your predictions ahead of that game tonight between Chelsea and Liverpool. Graham Potter is gone. How will Chelsea players and Bruno Sato react to Graham Potter's departure against Liverpool? So yes, you want to drop your comments, you want to drop your predictions, you can quickly go to our Facebook portal right there at Mainland 98.3 FM on Facebook. You can do the same on YouTube as well. Mainland 98.3 FM is also our YouTube page right there. Just go there. You can watch me and Opeyemi live. You can also drop your comment right there on YouTube. And to call into the show when we open the phone lines, you can you have the number down now, which is 0913 600 0410. That's the number to call, 0913 600 0410. You can also send in a text message via WhatsApp or via SMS to 0913 600 0430. So that's the number to send in your messages to. So, Opeyemi, one of the big stories from today is that Paris Saint-Germain boss Christophe Galtier has just 2 games to save his job amid stuttering form that has seen them lose 8 times this year. They've also crashed out of the Champions League, and their Ligue 1 lead has been trimmed to just 6 points. So, the 2 games we hear are the games against, they are playing against Lens right there. They get to play against Lens, and they also get to play against Nice. So those are the 2 games right there for him. So this weekend, this Saturday, they get to play against Nice, and there is a top 2 clash against Lens a week later. So they've lost 8 games. In fact, in their last 18 for Paris Saint-Germain, in their last 18, they've lost 8 out of their last 18 games. This is not the sort of thing you expect with Paris Saint-Germain. That also, one of the big stories from today is that Lionel Messi will be leaving Paris Saint-Germain, although not officially confirmed yet. But RMC is the media platform that has put out that speculation that Lionel Messi might not be signing a new contract or might not be renewing his contract with Paris Saint-Germain and could be leaving Paris Saint-Germain at the end of the season. Okay.
So much about PSG. We started this conversation yesterday when the talk of Victor Osimhen moving over to France or moving back to France, came up, and I'm not surprised that we usually see these things in the Nigerian Premier League where they give coaches ultimatum to win 3 games. When it's very difficult for you to go on 3 matches unbeaten in the Nigerian league, but they give you ultimatum. That's almost like they know they are going to sack eventually because they know you may not likely win those things. But hey, no disrespect to the French league. This is a league that at some point had Olympique Lyonnais winning the league 7 times on the bounce. Monaco also came with 2 seasons of dominance, and since then it's been PSG trying to do all of those things. And it just shows the expectations of the owners of PSG. I've always told people, just like Bayern, one of the reasons they sacked Pep Guardiola was not necessarily because he wasn't giving them the domestic, trophies. He won the German Bundesliga all of the times he was with them. But
it was about the European.
They wanted more dominance. They've tasted glory. They've tasted blood at the continental level, and they wanted more. The same thing with PSG. They've gotten to the final of the Champions League where they lost. They've gotten close again. I think they got to the quarterfinals again. And since then, they've just had that level of inconsistency, despite the fact that
they lost this weekend at home to Lyon by 1 goal to
nil. 1 goal to nothing. Despite the fact that Alexander Lacazette even lost a penalty in that particular game.
It could have been more.
It could have been worse. So I think in a team that has, arguably the greatest football player in the history of mankind, Lionel Messi, you've got one of the best, if not the best footballer on planet Earth right now, Kylian Mbappe. You've got Neymar. You've got, Sergio Ramos, very experienced goalkeeper. You've got Donnarumma, which was voted the best player in the European Championship in 2022 for when Italy won the Euros. So it shows that they've got quality. Remember yesterday we were talking about having players and having a team. This is the same PSG that a lot of people felt this is their season in the Champions League. I mean, since Messi won the World Cup, he's just been in a world of his own. He's gone into double goals and assists. Same with Kylian Mbappe. The goals are coming in. Neymar has been in and out of injuries, injured again. But I mean, it is the French league, for goodness sake. If you cannot conveniently dominate the French league, like I said initially, no disrespect to the quality of the French league, but you are looking at the top 5 leagues in Europe right now. You most certainly will pick the English Premier League. You pick the German Bundesliga. You pick the Italian Serie A. You pick the Spanish league, and then probably you consider the French league as well. So it's not the most competitive league, if you want to say. So you'd expect that PSG should be home and dry with about 10 games to go, but the reverse has been the case. Fine, other teams around them have bought well. May not necessarily buy anything out of the block, but you're looking at, Folarin right now. The Arsenal Looney, he's been getting in the goals. Even Alexander Lacazette has gotten into double goals and assists for Lyon the first time in over 5 seasons, even when it was at Arsenal. So other teams around them are also trying to get better.
So are you saying that it's not just about Paris Saint-Germain not measuring up? Because if you look at Crystal Gatti,
who do you want to measure up against? Against Lens?
No, what I'm trying to say is that it's about the other teams stepping up.
Exactly, I think the other team
Paris Saint-Germain
stepping up their games.
Because if you look at Crystal Gatti with Paris Saint-Germain, this season he has a 68.29% win percentage, 2.17 points per game, 2.41 goals scored per match, and 1.02 goals conceded per match. And out of 29 games he has managed in the French Ligue 1, he's won 21, he's drawn 3, he's lost 5. And in the Coupe de France, yes, he's still in there. In the Champions League, he won 4, he drew 2, and he lost 2. And of course, those 2 were against Bayern Munich in the UEFA Champions League, and the 2 draws were against in the group stage against Benfica right there. So looking at the Paris Saint-Germain coach overall, out of 41 games, he's won 28, he's drawn 5, and he's lost 8. But those 8 has come in his last 18 games as manager of Paris Saint-Germain. Do you think this is not enough, and this is unacceptable for a Paris Saint-Germain coach?
What I'm saying is this: if you cannot conveniently dominate the French league with the quality of players,
how good is that Paris Saint-Germain squad? Because I remember that against Bayern Munich, we looked at the Paris Saint-Germain squad when they got eliminated from the UEFA Champions League. It felt like the old Argentine team, where from the midfield to the attack, they are like a Rolls Royce.
Johnny Bravo. At the back, they are very light.
At the back, they are extremely light. And
extremely? I don't think so.
They are extremely light.
One of the best goalkeepers in Europe, in Donnarumma. They've got Sergio Ramos. Massive wealth of experience.
Okay, are you kidding me now?
Yes, I'm not.
I'm not kidding you. Sergio Ramos in 2023.
What happened to Sergio Ramos?
Sergio Ramos in 2023.
What happened to Sergio Ramos? Did he lose form before he left Madrid?
Come on, he's not even good enough to make the Spanish national team.
Excuse me, David De Gea did not make a final 56 man.
There is a certain Thiago Silva who is going on 39 that still makes the Brazilian national
so why
team
you not
squad.
Making it look like it's about the age?
It's about the form. How good?
Sergio Ramos was injured at some point. Immediately he got okay. He got back into the team and had contributed a few goals also in this French League on this season. I think for me, it's about the mindset of the players themselves. I mean, these are the guys that have tasted
what are the people in the PSG midfield?
Now we'll come to that. What I'm even saying is this: you would ordinarily expect that a team that has Neymar, you talked about them being a Rolls Royce up front. They've got Neymar. They've got Lionel Messi
and Kylian
Mbappe. They've got a lot of good top quality players in them.
Who are the rest of the top
up front?
After Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi, what are the rest?
Are those three not big enough? For French league, for PSG not to dominate the French league. I think the players just don't want. They're tired of. See, I'm not surprised that Lionel Messi is not renewing his contract. I said it also yesterday that I won't be surprised if Kylian Mbappe chooses to buy out his contract and go over.
Okay, let me go through the PSG lineup against Lyon in their last game. Now, there's a guy. Okay, let me get.
He said there's a guy.
Yes, there's a guy because Bitshaibu is a defender. He started in defense. So in goal was Donnarumma. There was Bitshaibu, there was Pereira, and there was Marquinhos. In the middle, they've got Mendes.
Marquinhos is not good enough too.
Okay, this is just Marquinhos.
What do you mean by just
Marquinhos is
Marquinhos, for
one.
goodness sake?
Who is Bishabu?
But you can come out and tell me about the fact that what's his name now?
Ramos is not even starting for this PSG
because he picked up a knock.
Okay, in the middle, there's Mendes, there's Sanchez, there's Verratti, there's Vitinha, there's Hakimi. The only two players I can pick out from this midfield, Verratti and Hakimi. Which Hakimi is not even a midfielder. He's a fullback in this one. Then Sanchez, it didn't work out for him at Swansea, but he's a starter at Paris Saint-Germain. So when you now go to the front, you now have Mbappe and Messi. I mean,
we're not talking of Manchester City or Bayern here. We're not talking of Premier League or German Bundesliga.
So maybe you are giving too much respect to Paris Saint-Germain in the French league.
You guys are no, it's not even about them. It's about what I think, and I feel the players they want out. I think since Mauricio Pochettino left that side, they've not been able to get that steady rhythm that you would expect with a team that's got that much quality. See, we can look down on Marquinhos, we can talk about
I'm not even looking down on Marquinhos.
We can look at this one or that one.
Who is Bishabu?
PSG. What do you mean by who is Bishabu? You want me to be listing the players that are in Chelsea that we don't even know their history or origin? You want us to go back to that?
We are not talking about Chelsea here. Okay.
So every team has got their own players that out of nowhere. Players often get the opportunity.
Okay, the Ekitike, I get
exactly. So players often get the opportunity even when they are relatively unknown, and they get to shine when they have to shine. So my deal is that I think the boys are tired of just dominating the French league. See, ultimately PSG will still win the French league. However you want to look at it,
they are 6 points
they will still win the French league ultimately.
I mean, that's the worst that can happen.
Exactly. So I think the boys feel like, you know what, when I was in Barca as Messi, I'm very sure of winning at least one Champions League in 5 seasons or 6 seasons, as bad as it could be. That was the worst it could be for Messi.
This is the second season.
Neymar also tasted glory with the Champions League.
2015.
Kylian Mbappe had not won the Champions League, but he has won the biggest prize in football history, which is the World Cup as an 18-year-old. He's also won the French League over and over and over and over again. So the deal is, when we get to the international team, my club sides, my players, or my national team players are discussing how their clubs are doing well in the Champions League, and then I have a board that is ready to spend all of the cash. But despite the fact that we are breaking all of the transfer records, they broke that of Neymar 220 million euros when they signed him from Barcelona. The following season, they broke that of Monaco. In fact, the same season, they collected in Kylian Mbappe on loan.
The most expensive loan.
And it was mandated that he must be bought, even if he broke his neck while on loan. The following season, they bought him the most expensive loan ever. They brought in Lionel Messi with the hope that they would dominate Europe. They got very close.
And now they crashed out in the round of 16.
Consecutively. So I think the boys are like, we're done here. We want to move on. I don't know how much Lionel Messi can still command.
Now, let me ask you now. For Lionel Messi, there's that story. It's not been widely reported, but it's been coming out. And there's no smoke without fire. So the story is already coming out.
Says who?
Okay.
Yeah, continue.
So there's no smoke without fire. So would you advise Messi to stay at Paris Saint-Germain, or maybe he should consider moving back to Barca? Because
Messi going back to that?
A couple of days ago, stories also surfaced that Xavi had a call.
Since the moment Messi left Barcelona, even Neymar, both of them have every single transfer window.
Or should Messi January or move on? Because Messi looks like there's still so much left in him in European
so
football.
there can be so much left in Messi, but Sergio Ramos is Sergio Ramos. You see your double standard.
It's not double standard. Messi was the best player at the World Cup.
It's typical of Chelsea fans. Messi is allowed to grow. He's not allowed to grow.
But would you like to see Messi leave Paris Saint-Germain? Would you advise Messi to leave Paris Saint-Germain?
There's nothing else he's doing at PSG. I mean, he's won the Champions League, and in between that period, he's won the Copa America. He's won the World Cup, the biggest, and he saw the transfer that Cristiano Ronaldo commanded when he moved to which league did he move to?
Saudi Arabia.
To Saudi Arabia.
And
Messi is looking at the fact that if I make myself available in the market.
By the way, Cristiano Ronaldo will be in action later tonight
I can assure you that he would get more than Cristiano Ronaldo. See, no matter the bargain that they gave Ronaldo, Messi will still get more because he's coming in with a World Cup medal.
Okay.
So what is he doing at PSG?
Let's take some comments on Facebook and also on YouTube. Yes, you can join the rest of the guys on Facebook and also on YouTube to drop your comment. You are streaming live. Just go to Mainland 98.3 FM on Facebook and also on YouTube. You will be able to drop your comment right there. So let's take a few comments right here. So this one on Facebook from Mayawa Gabriel says, good evening, Mr. Tripolo and my bitter rival, Mr. Opeyemi Madrid. Okay, we greet you as well, my brother. Joseph Oluwasegun Adeyinka says, great job, men of great minds. I am enjoying your show. How was your day? Super Falcons home and away uniform is so fantastic, but they have it. Okay, question mark, coach. No hope. Joseph from Bagada. Well, okay. Have you seen the?
I saw the.
What do you make of the Red Sox, by the way? The away jersey.
They said they want to draw blood.
I was
fight Jesse, fight him, no coach.
I was chatting with Aisha Atilola about that the away jersey as well, the Red Sox. She didn't sound like she kind of like agreed.
It's very untypical of Nigeria.
With the Red Sox.
We've not had anything.
And I said something I won't see on here. I said that Red Sox represents something. Okay, you can guess.
I see. I know your thought process. So I think the deal for me is that I don't know. I mean, we've gotten used to.
But I think I love the away jersey.
I love the away jersey.
I love it.
I love the away jersey.
Is the best we've had for a while. The best in the 2018 FIFA World Cup jersey, yes, that's the best we've had. After all, we now have World Cup jersey in 2022.
I hear you.
As we no qualify. Mayawa Gabriel on Facebook says, please, between Rafinha and Rodrigo, who is a better player? Please, I am betting with my friends now. Please, Mr. Opeyemi, talk this one, please. They bet on top Rafinha and Rodrigo. Okay, okay. Help the guy. Mayawa Gabriel, help him win the bet or help him lose the bet.
Which of the Rodrigo, by the way?
The Real Madrid Rodrigo, I guess.
And Rafinha. That's tough.
Why is it tough, okay? This is a straight answer. Come on.
You think Rafinha is better?
I think I'll go for Rodrigo.
I think I'll go for Rodrigo goals as well.
I think I'll go for the
because if I go outright,
he's more direct. Rodrigo goes is not even an outright winger, but he's more direct. And come on, that sometimes you don't need to do too much. I think Rafinha does too much. He's a player with flair and all of that, but sometimes doing too much.
If I answer directly, probably will feel because I'm a Madrid.
No.
But the truth
just
of the
being
matter is
objective.
that I would choose. We're talking about, imagine having a certain Vinicius Junior Rodrigo goes both at the wings, and then you have a certain Victor Osimhen springing out in the midfield. In the attack, it shows that top-notch quality. I think I'll go for Rodrigo.
Hold on, okay. Let me take this call. 0913-600-0410 is the number to call to join the conversation. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, guys.
Aisha Atilola.
Good evening.
Welcome. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ilepeju.
Okay. You are nearby now.
Yes, I am.
I
don't understand why is it that it's only you guys that love that jersey.
Okay.
Because when I made the post, most of the positive comments came from the guys. And someone is making me to understand that I should understand that, guys, I'm not trying to dish you guys up, but you guys, when it comes to color, you are color blind. So you don't understand colors.
Okay, I serve my comments.
So when I thought about it from that angle, well, I actually understand better now.
Okay.
The one at that war, we've used that before. I love that.
2002 World Cup, it reminds me of
Yes, the lemon green. But the one at the Bado war, I don't even know what the color is.
They say the forest green. They call it forest green.
Oh, it's forest green. I was thinking it's black because it looks like a black color to me.
Exactly. They said it's forest green according to Nike.
So why? Now my question is, why do we have to have two green color as a home and a away jersey? Are we not supposed to have two separate colors?
We are looking for greener pastures. We are looking for greener pastures.
Oh God, we have changed jersey. I mean, when it comes to our jersey, we showcase good jerseys more than we showcase good performances with our national team.
At all, we go still make the news.
The things are supposed to change. We are not changing it.
Honestly, for the jersey. But the thing is, it looks good on both Rashida Ajibade and Aziza Toshola modeling the dress. It really looks good on them. But I don't like the one Rashida Ajibade wore. I don't like it at all, at all. And I think for me, I will go with Rodriguez too, instead of Rafinha. No, it has nothing to do with being a Real Madrid fan, though.
He is more direct, and
yes,
sometimes that's just what you need. That's just what
exactly,
you need.
Exactly. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you for your take. Let's go back to taking comments on Facebook. 0913-600-0410 is the number to call. So let me take a couple of comments on Facebook. Then we'll go in for Pontas Corner. Then when we come back, we take more reactions from the phone lines right here on Sport Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM. So this message from Peter David Pius says, good evening, guys. To me, I don't really care about the result tonight against Liverpool. I'm just overexcited. Graham Potter is no longer in Chelsea. I gathered friends to celebrate his sacking and did give away to few friends.
Oh, wow.
Please, guys, is there any chance Chelsea can make the top 4? I think they're about 12 points away from the top 4. So
why you guys? I don't like. Wait,
just
top 4 of what?
Okay.
Wait, I'm trying to understand.
Ma
top
Binu
4
now.
who is going to leave?
Wait,
I'm not Binu. You know the top 2 is gone.
Yes, definitely.
And the top 3 is gone actually.
No, I don't think it's still gone.
Wait, I'm trying to understand. So you have.
No, it's not about Chelsea now. I'm talking about in terms of competition.
No, I'm talking of Chelsea.
Okay.
You have Newcastle somewhere.
Okay, we are not having this.
You have Tottenham Hotspur somewhere. You have Manchester United. You have Brighton. You have Brentford. You have Fulham.
Okay. You want me to off your mic? We are not talking about this. We are not doing this. Let's not do this.
Come on, guys.
I am on Sans on Facebook says, good evening, guys. Cowboy FC. Sha won't copy Manchester United with everything. Manchester United get Bruno Fernandes. Chelsea rush go get Enzo Fernandez. Manchester United got a bad head coach. Cowboy rush arranged their own. Well, I don't get the last line, by the way, but thank you for your message. I'm responding to the person that was asking about Rodrigo and Rafinha. So this message on Facebook from Emmanuel Irabo says, I love your program. Happy Easter in advance. We wish you the same. Chokopila Akwelumi says, Triple O, please help me tell Mr. Okwe Pep wasn't sacked at Bayern. He left the club. I beg. My manager wasn't sacked. Okay. No, Allah. He left. Tom. Okay, Tommy, I guess this means, says, good evening, guys. I think one of the problems of PSG is that they concede way too much goals and are very weak at the back. Is that not where Ramos is supposed to be playing? Okay, moving on. Let's take some messages on YouTube.
Coming from a Chelsea fan.
Tunde Young says, remaking. Tunde Young, by the way, he's with us right here. So he's not in the studio, but he's with us in art and in spirit. And on YouTube.
So you see spirit now.
I mean, how can you be a Chelsea fan and you don't see spirit? How are you supposed to sleep well at night when you lose games back to back?
The name of the club sir, is a brand of a spirit, so it's okay.
Okay. Your own too much. Suja York says, we're making the worst jersey in Nigeria history is hardly a good idea. Remember what happened the last time we wore lemon green in 2002? Perhaps
the lemon
NFF, they predict our fate in Australia and New Zealand. No, Allah, I get you today, Young. I mean, that lemon green did not bring good memories.
Well, which of the jerseys have brought good memories?
Okay, you have to go back to probably 94 and 96. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll give you what we've got for you on Pontas Corner today, possible outcomes, and we'll get back into Sport Cruise to take more reactions on some of the stories we've shared and some of the games to come later tonight. What's your prediction? Liverpool against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Yes, Chelsea are the home team, and also in the Coppa Italia, Juventus, despite being docked 15 points, they are seasoned.
They will most likely make a top 4.
They are within range of making European places.
They will most likely make a top 4.
Let's go in for this break. When we come back, we enter into Pontas Corner.
On all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, on Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos.
Yes, welcome to Pontas Corner, live on Mainland 98.3 FM. Right here, will help you make informed betting decisions. And of course, if you are not up to the age of 18, you are not allowed to join whatever it is that we do right here on Pontas Corner. And also, if you are above the age of 18, yes, if you are 18 and above, you can join, but also bear it in mind that you are not advised to stake more than you can afford to lose. So whenever you go out there and you stake on whatever platform you use, try not to stake more than you can afford to lose. Always stake responsibly. Of course, I am Triple O, and of course, I will be taking you through some of the possible outcomes that we've got for you today. So, I've mentioned earlier in the show that Chelsea against Liverpool is a big one to watch out for today. And in that game, we've got some possible outcomes for you. So, for that game between Chelsea and Liverpool, we are looking at half-time draw. Yes, half-time draw for Chelsea and Liverpool is at 2.20 odds. So, that is more than double of your money. Yes, a little bit more than double of your money. So halftime draw between Chelsea and Liverpool. Halftime draw between Chelsea and Liverpool. And yes, a full-time draw is at 3.58 odds. So that is more than three times whatever it is that you stake on that bet. Yesterday, I called out a full-time draw as one of the possible outcomes between the game of Tottenham and Everton at the Goodison. Everton and Tottenham at the Goodison Park, and that one was at about 3.68 odds. So that came true because we look at the statistics, you look at everything. Look at the situation around both clubs.
But it was very interesting.
It was.
I watched the game.
The first half was boring. I won't lie. The first half was boring.
The game just came to life after the
Harry Kane's penalty, Michael Green's goal. That was fantastic.
Awesome.
And the Premier League, Chelsea, even though draw, if you want to go for a full-time draw, actually is at 3.58 odds in that one. And another one you can look forward to is at least 2 cards in the first half. At least 2 cards in the first half is at 2.20 odds. Yes, at least over 2.5 cards in the first half is at 2.20 odds right there. So that one also might interest you. And for Chelsea have done this in their last 3 games. They did it in their last game as well. That's at least 2 cards in the first half, which is 2.20 odds. So for Chelsea to get at least 2 cards in the first half is at 2.20 odds, which is extremely juicy. They've done it in their last 3 games. In fact, in their last game, Liverpool did it actually in their last game right there. So moving on, for the game in the Coppa Italia between Juventus and Inter Milan. Juventus are the home team in that one, and Juve straight win is the surest. Yes, they are on a 5-game winning streak, including a win against Inter in the league, and Inter have won just once in their last 6 games. So looking at that, we are looking at a straight win for Juventus is more than double of your money, which is at 2.43 odds. Yes, a straight win for Juventus in this game in the Italian Super Coppa right there in the Coppa Italia, I should say, later tonight. This game starts by 8 p.m. Straight win for Juventus is at 2.43 odds. So we are looking at that. That is an outcome that is extremely possible that can happen from that game. But if you feel otherwise, you want to go for Inter, is at 3.26 odds in that one. But Juve are on a very, very good run. Also, Juve has also won their last 2 games against Inter. So if you want to look at it, look at head-to-head, Juve looks like the side that might just take everything in this one. Also, you can look at over 5.5 bookings at 2 odds is also what Tunde Young has recommended. So over 5.5 bookings in this one. That's in 90 minutes there should be at least 6 cards. It doesn't matter whoever receives it combined.
It's going to be a game of
at least 6 cards, whether yellow, whether red, at least any color of cards, at least 6 cards.
Even if it's one person that collected this, it's one team. Even if it's one team that collected this.
At least 6 cards, which is at 2 odds. It's also double of your money. So in case you missed it, let me quickly go over it again for the games we've got for you today. Chelsea against Liverpool at Stamford Bridge. Halftime draw is at 2.20 odd. That's one possible outcome that can happen. And we also have the one for you. Maybe if you want to look at the full-time draw as well, it's at 3.58. But we highly recommend that you go for Chelsea against Liverpool half-time draw. So once the first half ends in any kind of draw, you have your money, which is more than double of whatever you stake in that one. And we are also looking at possible, at least 2 cards in the first half. At least 2 cards in the first half, which is at 2.20 odds in that one. Also juicy. And for Juve against Inter, Juve straight win is at 2.43 odds, while Juve have done this in they're on a 5 game winning streak, including a win against Inter, just like I mentioned earlier. And Inter have won just once in their last 6 games, and Juve also have won the last 2 games between themselves and Inter Milan. And over 5.5 bookings is at 2 odds right there. So it's another one that Tunde Young has actually recommended in this one. So at least 6 cards after 90 minutes is what we are looking in that one. And one game to watch out for again is the one between Brighton and Bournemouth. Yes, Brighton and they are on a good run. And maybe you want to put something on Brighton, but this one is not strongly recommended because sometimes when some of these mid-table teams are having a good run, they just have a way of fumbling things up. So it's just it's just honorable mention.
That's not from Pontas. That's the mind of the Chelsea fan.
That's honorable mention. I'm doing business here now. I'm doing business here. Okay?
Yeah, easy honorable.
Honorable mention. It's just honorable mention. They could win. They might not win. Bournemouth are not in a good run of form, but it's honorable mention. But the ones we are focusing on.
Bournemouth won their last game. A 2-1 victory.
They are still in the relegation zone. So the one we are looking out for are the major games tonight. Inter against Juve. Of course, Juve are the home team. Yes, for Bournemouth, they are 17th on the log, by the way. They are not in the relegation zone, but they are also in the relegation fight. So
17th. From 20th to 12th, everybody is on relegation. Everton picked a point yesterday. See where they went on the table.
I'm glad you mentioned 12th. I'm glad you mentioned 12th.
No,
I did not mention
12th and 11. You are in the barbarian of each other.
No, 8
Small
points
thing,
is plenty.
you say
8 points is plenty. Okay.
And 8 points is plenty.
Chelsea just need 2 more points to avoid relegation. Okay, that's what we got for you.
I don't think that 8 will save a lot of people this season.
No, 40.
I don't think 40 will save a lot of people.
I think 40 will save.
The competition is really close.
I think it will. By the way, that's all we got for you on Potas Corner, by the way. So we have to go. Yes. And just like we always say before I leave Potas Corner on the show, today, if you are not up to the age of 18, you are not allowed to participate in Potas Corner. And please, if you stay tuned, it's still sport.
Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. On Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos.
You are listening to Sports Cruise on 98.3 Mainland FM. The cruise never stops.
Yes, welcome back to Sport Cruise Live on Mainland 98.3 FM. You are still streaming live on Facebook and also on YouTube. Go to Mainland 98.3 FM to join the conversation. Get involved. Drop your comment right there. This comment on YouTube from Tomilore Oshikoya regarding Paris Saint-Germain and how strong they had this season. He dropped a comment on YouTube saying PSG have 2 number 10s in Neymar and Messi. Mbappe as a winger, so no striker as a focal point. Tactically, they are not good. Their midfield can't compete with Europe's elite ends. Their small history. So that's his comment right there, talking about Tomilore Oshikoya. I can join the conversation. 0913-600-0410 is the number to call to join the conversation. You can send in a text message via WhatsApp or via SMS to 0913-600-0430. Yeah, 0913-600-0430 is the number to send in your messages to via WhatsApp or via SMS. And keep your comment coming in on Facebook as well. Yes, keep your comments coming in on Facebook. Yes, just go to Mainland 98.3 FM. You will be able to communicate with us right there on Facebook. So let's take a couple of calls before we continue with the show this evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Triple.
My brother.
How you doing now?
I did gentle. I did humble ahead of 8 p.m. tonight.
How Opeyemi Alpha. I'm looking forward to the match. I'm a Chelsea fan.
Oh, okay. Let's just keep it low. Mo no to after 90 minutes we go come out. All right, now thank you very much for your take. 0913-600-0410 is the number to call to join the conversation. By the way, Alexander Mitrovic has been banned for 8 games. So he missed the one between Bournemouth and Fulham, which Fulham won by 2-1. And he will miss. These are the games he will miss. He will miss West Ham, Everton, Leeds, Aston Villa, Manchester City, Liverpool, Leicester City, Southampton, Crystal Palace, and Manchester United. They have just 10 games left, so he's missing 8. He will be available for the 2.
He should just be out for the season.
And also, Marco Silva, his coach, also received a 2-match touchline ban in that one. So let's talk about Christian Eriksen. Yes, this is regarding Manchester United, and we hear that Christian Eriksen is set to make an early comeback from an ankle injury. Manchester United Erik ten Hag has revealed. So the Dane was back in first team training on Tuesday for the first time since being sidelined by a poor challenge by Andy Carroll in January's FA Cup 4th tie against Reading. United are expected to be without the Denmark international until late April or early May, leading them to make a deadline day loan move for Bayern Munich midfielder Marcel Sabitzer, who is now also injured. But the 31-year-old has made impressive progress and is shaping up to return to action ahead of the schedule. Also, we hear that Chelsea are reportedly keen to appoint a new manager before the lock-ons with Real Madrid in the Champions League quarter-finals next week. The Blues are on the lookout for a new boss after announcing on Sunday night that they have parted ways with head coach Graham Potter after less than 7 months in charge. Bruno Sato has been placed in interim charge of Chelsea's Premier League clash with Liverpool on Tuesday night, but the Spaniard may not keep his role in the dugout for the rest of the season. And according to the Times, Chelsea ideally want to appoint a new manager before they travel to Santiago Bernabeu for the first leg of their Champions League quarterfinal against Real Madrid on April 12th. And at the time of this update, yes, which was around 4 p.m. Nigerian time, the West Londoners therefore left with just over a week to narrow down the search for successor to Potter. And we hear that Luis Enrique and Julian Nagelsmann, they've made contact with them, and they are the leading candidates for this job at Chelsea. 0913-600-0410 is the number to call. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, my brother.
Yes, your name and location, my brother.
Yes, Benjamin from Vega.
Welcome, Benjamin.
Chelsea, they say because they don't sign new coach, the way they happen before, nothing to happen. Madrid to take I think the people that are supposed to do people support.
So you know go work this time.
But apart from that, yeah?
You know go work this time.
You know go work. Every day no be Christmas. You know go work. Okay. But apart from that, the rematch I'm really looking forward to is Bayern Munich and Man City. Because Guardiola is the former coach of Bayern Munich. Thomas Tuchel has played in England before, which we know say on a regular in the Guardiola. So both of them know even Haaland knows Bayern Munich very well, and there is a certain man that knows Man City very well. So it will be a battle of familiar foes. So I'm really looking forward to that match. Then on Chelsea this evening, Chelsea knows the Liverpool knows the, so I think it's going to be the fight on both sides. Okay. But that's the thing. Somebody was asking if Chelsea reached top 4, and then which of the top 4? Top 4.
You know they leave matter make mad. We just now just question the person. People just like wala.
When I leave matter for matter, yes, person won't even ask that question. If Chelsea go fit enter top 4, I don't even understand what the person they think. You don't know what to be top 4 for Chelsea now. Hey, now like Mount Kilimanjaro, then they can't.
Okay, well, Mr. Mount Kilimanjaro. Let's take this message on WhatsApp. This one says, "Good evening, Triple O and Opeyemi. As for Chelsea, Liverpool will win or draw. As for PSG coach, giving him 3 match is somehow far. 1 or 2 match should be given to him because he's not doing well at all.
You think he's Abia Warriors?
He did not play any European game. European League game. Mike O from Ikeja Cement. Okay, he also says Triple O, tell that guy the truth. The top 4 for Chelsea Otilo, you can't fight for top 4. 7, 8, 9 is, I guess it means those are the positions Chelsea should be fighting for. Who fight for 7th, 8th, and 9th position?
Chelsea.
Like who in this
Young even said he preferred Chelsea not making it to the UEFA Conference League. Just imagine Chelsea playing the UEFA Conference League.
Okay, this one says, hi guys, it cost my darling Chelsea £21 million to buy out Graham Potter's contract from Brighton and £60 million to sack him. 7 months, 31 games.
That's like 4 African countries' budget.
31 games, 31 percentage win rate, but cost £80 million in total. This man should be jailed for scamming us. In case haters have forgotten, the last time my darling Chelsea had a bowed interim manager, we won the UCL. Great time ahead, Jacob. Cool. Okay, about Messi going back to Speak. Talking about Lionel Messi leaving Paris Saint-Germain and the possibility of him joining Barcelona. All of that is still there. All of that is still just speculations right there. But when something strong comes out, we'll be here, of course, to get you updated. This one says, "Good evening, big men, them." Okay. Felix, are you a Man U fan? Can you tell me? Okay. I guess this message is not for us. This one says, David from Agbara, whether sacked or not, Patrice Vieira yet remains an Arsenal legend. I wonder why. Okay. Black coaches are not okay. This messages does not tally with our conversation right here. So I'll just leave it and go back to the phone line. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, your name and location, please.
I'm Bolu from Yankajak.
Okay, quickly, Bolu, let's have your take.
For Messi going back to PSG, leaving PSG, it will be good for him. I not see PSG favoring him in any way. I don't really like the way PSG fans are treating him. Like,
they actually booed him in the last game at halftime. Where did they boo Messi? A whole Messi.
He's the best player that night. He's the best player. When he not leave, it's his fault. I'm not concerned. And he has more Chelsea, Liverpool. I want Chelsea to win. This one is very Chelsea can be happy.
You want Chelsea to win, so Chelsea fans can be happy. Okay, thank you very much for your contribution. Arno Jerome on Facebook says, keep up the good work, while Olawale Bolaniwa says, keep up the good work as well. So thank you very much for your comment on Facebook and also your comments on YouTube, your comment on WhatsApp and also via SMS. And for those who called into the show, we say big thanks to you all. We'll be back tomorrow. Of course, I will be back tomorrow. Opeyemi will not be back tomorrow morning. I will be back.
It's the person that say I will not be back. You
that will not be back.
Don't let me pop up.
I mean for sport update. I'll be back tomorrow morning for sport update. You want to feature on sport updates?
No, I mean if Chelsea or when Chelsea gets beat eventually, there's no point coming for sport updates.
Okay, but if Chelsea wins, you will come for sport updates.
If Chelsea wins,
yes.
Plus or minus of Chelsea 0, you're still going to be 11th on the table.
Okay. Well, if Chelsea win against Liverpool, they will leave that 11th position. They will jump into 41. Same number of points with Aston Villa. So, but goal difference, that will eventually matter. Aston Villa have got -2, while Chelsea have -1. So, a win for Chelsea could even take Chelsea to 9th position on the log. So, it's not just plus or minus. But that also depends on what Aston Villa plays against Leicester City. By the way, have a wonderful rest of the night. Sport update will be back tomorrow morning by 6:30 a.m. while Sport Cruise returns by 6 p.m. Tomorrow evening. So have a wonderful rest of the night once again. This is Mainland 90.3 FM. We are the sound of Lagos. Thanks to Okwe. And of course, my name is Triple O.